Base one got them bad.
And I've been up all night sweating in my dreams. Come and rescue me.
What is going on, guys? It's Nola Hub back with another video. Before this one starts off, I just want to say thank you for blowing my Lonzo Ball video up. You know, a lot of the Pelicans videos I've made have flopped in the past, so I'm pretty excited to see people care about Lonzo as much as I do. But without further ado, this is a Saints video, so let's get into it. Another unlikely quarterback to come to the Saints, but I still want to talk about it, is Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson has been frustrated with the Seattle Seahawks, Pete Carroll, and just everyone in general because he wants a competent O-line and they won't give him that. And Pete Carroll wants to run the football when he wants to pass the football, which makes sense. He's the quarterback. He wants to fucking pass the ball, and Pete Carroll is known as a run-heavy coach. He's visibly frustrated and apparently stormed out of a meeting before their Thursday night game when he introduced his ideas for fixing the offense, and they basically just dismissed him. But the reason we're talking about Wilson is because his agents came out and said that he doesn't want to be traded, but if he is traded, that these are the teams he'd like to go to: the New Orleans Saints, the Raiders, the Bears, and the Cowboys. This is very significant because Russell Wilson has a no trade clause. So if Seattle tries to ship him to fucking the Jets, he's just gonna be like, no, I don't fucking want to go there. The point is, he controls his destiny here because he has that no trade clause, and we are one of the 4 teams he wants to go to. And could you imagine Russell Wilson with Sean Payton, one of the better, more talented quarterbacks of all time, and one of the best offensive coaches of all time? It would be something magical. Honestly, I think that could take us to the Super Bowl, and that could be the hump we need to overcome these playoff, snafus. I don't think this is going to happen. I think Russ wants to be a Seahawk. He's just using this as leverage to get the Seahawks to get him a fucking O-line. I think, honestly, this is all just a giant bluff move from Russell Wilson. I think he's literally just being like, well, I'm going to leave if you don't give me an O-line, and they're going to cave in because he's Russell fucking Wilson, and they're going to get him an O-line, or they're at least going to damn well try. So, I don't think this is going to happen, but there are ways that this can happen, and I see a lot of people commenting, oh, Saints can't do it, can't be. The thing is, people don't realize how money works in the NFL. We don't pay him the guaranteed money. Only the Seahawks do, okay? So they will incur a $39 million cap hit next year because they basically put all of their guarantees into this 1 year. I believe that's how it's done. This is from what I've read. And then the Saints would only be doing a $20-something million cap hit, I believe, as I read. I don't have the exact numbers because I can't find the post where I read it, but it wasn't a lot. It was actually probably below average for a quarterback, and it was well below average for a quarterback of his caliber because the Seahawks are paying him the guaranteed money. People don't seem to realize that when someone's traded, their entire crap isn't put onto it. It's only not non-guaranteed money. And what I'm saying is, yes, this would be very hard financially, but I do feel like we have a couple pieces to make it work. It's similar to the Deshaun Watson trade. I think Andres Pete would be very valuable to that team because he might be one of our not as good linemen, but he'd be one of their better linemen, and he's a big cap hit. I think maybe throw in, I don't know, they do need a running back, but I don't know how interested they'd be in Latavius Murray. Maybe throw in, I don't know, there's a lot of possibilities. And I think that somehow this could work in the grand scheme of things. I don't think it's likely to happen because, one, our cap situation is fucked beyond belief, and I think other teams can offer more. I believe the Raiders can actually give them back a competent quarterback like Derek Carr if Russell Wilson does get into that scenario. I feel like the Bears can give them just a defensive stud, and maybe even Khalil Mack. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities. Yeah, I feel like we're a team that if you take one piece away, we're gonna struggle unless that piece is Andres Pete. Like, I don't really want to trade Chauncey because we're losing Marcus Williams. I don't see him coming back. I don't want to trade Davenport because I don't think we're getting Trey Hendrickson back, but I wouldn't be opposed to trading Davenport. There's a lot of things that could happen and might happen. It's just so unclear right now because we don't know what the Saints are going to do. There could be a world where the New Orleans Saints tag Marcus Williams and then re-sign him next year, and then I'm like, as much as I love Chauncey, yeah, I mean, it makes sense to trade him or something, or it makes sense to trade Malcolm Jenkins. I mean, they do have Jamal Adams, but I'm not a huge Jamal Adams guy, that's all I'll say. But the point is, there's a lot of unknowns right now, and I think when those unknowns are filled in, we'll get a better sense of what we can give up to the Seahawks for Russell Wilson. But unfortunately, I don't even think we'll have the best offer. I think the Raiders will honestly have the best offer. I think Derek Carr is honestly one of the more underrated quarterbacks in the game. I feel like they can give a nice draft pick, maybe a draft pick or two. And John Gruden is an aggressive coach in trading, so I'll see him going all out for Russell Wilson. But it's not in the realm of possibilities. I do believe that Russell Wilson could be a New Orleans Saint. It's not crazy talk. It really isn't. It's unlikely, but it's not crazy, like some people say. I think he will be a Seattle Seahawk. I think this is a giant bluff move, but I don't know. It's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down below. Discord links below. That's all I have to say. Make sure to leave a like, and peace.
Up all night, sweating in my dreams. Come and rescue me. I had way too much in my head.